A wonderful month for Arsenal's Nicolas Anelka. 2 goals for France against England, a goal that brought a point at Old Trafford, and 3 against Leicester City.
The trouble for Gianluca Vialli. Chelsea, unbeaten in February, saw their injury list grow, and attention showed as Vialli was sent off against Blackburn.
At Tottenham, George Graham's attention to detail was knocking Spurs into shape. And we were seeing the best of David Ginola, the spectacular and sometimes outrageous Frenchman. He was a central figure in Spurs' climb up the table and good form in 2 cup competitions. Graham, though, was looking for more.
If I was being hypercritical, I would just say for the talent that he's got, he should be scoring more goals, and there should be more end product. But some of the stuff he does on the pitch, especially this season, is worth the admission money alone. He's really an entertainer, and I've just got to try to get that entertainment into a more productive vein.
Although Ginola made many of the headlines, he was the first to recognise Spurs' overall improvement.
This year, I think we've shown and demonstrated that we're capable of being a unified team with a great spirit. We have a great spirit and talented players. Players not only capable of winning, but able to defend and fight on the pitch, but also players capable of putting on a show for the fans. And more than anything, the fans at Tottenham appreciate stylish football.
When Spurs beat Leicester at Wembley in the League Cup through Alan Nielsen's late goal, it was their first trophy since 1991 and Ginola's first in England. Later he was to pick up 2 personal awards as choice both of the Players' Union and the Football Writers as Player of the Year.
One of the mysteries of the season were Newcastle United, the focal point of the Geordie Kingdom, that special area in the northeast corner of England. The Magpies' pulling power is enormous, every home game a 36,000 sellout. But they've only slowly recovered from the turmoil of replacing Kenny Dalglish with Ruud Gullit. The team rarely appeared in the top half of the table, so anything special which came their way, like FA Cup success, was a blessed relief. But Gullit is a long way from being satisfied.
It is better now, and we have to continue doing what we're doing now, but we are not right now where we want to be.
A guaranteed UEFA spot and a Wembley appearance have eased the burden, but 13th in the league is not enough for Newcastle.
Wimbledon manager Joe Kinnear suffered a heart attack at Sheffield Wednesday. He was sidelined for the rest of the season, and in his absence the Dons began to slide down the table. Over the last 12 games they fell from 6th to 16th, their worst ever Premiership position.
Cup commitments meant that Manchester United played only 2 league games in March. They won them both, one thanks to a rare goal from fullback Gary Neville.
Emmanuel Petit was sent off for the 4th time in 17 months and threatened to quit English football. Wenger's French stars were restless, and Arsenal remained 4 points behind Manchester United. South Yorkshire, the city of Leeds, where one of the most cheerful stories of the season had emerged. Not only a winning team, but a young one, taking a few risks and making new friends. George Graham had built the foundations. David O'Leary, in his first job in charge, had immediately taken things further. He was new to the role, but not to the club.
He's always been there from the start when George Graham was there. But since he's taken over, I think we've all got more confidence in ourselves, and we're playing our own stuff, and we know that we can do it. I mean, George Graham, he taught us to close down and everything, and that, win the ball back. And now the boss is just saying, once you get that, just express yourself. And now we're realising we can do it, and we can cause teams problems as well.
Leeds have always had a strong youth policy, although it hasn't always produced football like this. O'Leary had taken a chance on making the youngsters the focal point of the team.
He's very calm on the surface. I mean, he's very strong with the youngsters especially. I mean, he's brought them in and they've responded, and he gives them respect, and he gives them a lot of praise for the work they do. But he does expect high standards, and he does keep right on top of them. Also on the back of that, you know, he does keep on at the older players as well to actually look after the youngsters on the pitch, and hopefully that seems to be working.
They've gained valuable experience the hard way this season in the UEFA Cup and domestic knockout tournaments, which carry much more importance in England. And in the league, they put together a run of 8 consecutive wins, helping secure 4th place. They and their new manager have looked comfortable among the elite.
I want to manage at the top where the pressure is. I played at the top and where the pressure is for 20 odd years, and that's what I want to stay for the next 20 years. And I know what a privilege it is to be asked in the first job to manage Leeds United.
But O'Leary believes they will need to strengthen to win any of the big prizes.
At the bottom, the big story of the month was Everton, whose 45-year existence at the top level was under serious threat. Walter Smith's side had dropped into the bottom 3 after 4 consecutive defeats. £20 million hadn't improved things. Something drastic was needed. A miracle, a hero. Everton found both. Kevin Campbell scored twice in a 2-0 win over Coventry. Campbell was on loan from Trabzonspor in Turkey, and he desperately wanted a return to England. Arsenal back in the driving seat, but United still with a game in hand.
It was to the Riverside next, where United faced Middlesbrough, the last club to beat them in the league back in December. And Borough gave United a fright. An ankle injury to Roy Keane was also cause for concern. United had already had 1 goal controversially disallowed for offside, but on the stroke of half-time, Dwight York finally found a way through with his 29th of the season. United top on goal difference.
At White Hart Lane, Chelsea and Spurs fought out a thrilling 2-2 draw, marked by some great goals. But the result effectively ended Chelsea's title challenge. The pace had been just too hot. Arsenal's chance to go ahead came a day later at Elland Road.
Here's Batty. So close. Now Beckham shot. Great save. Arsenal looking stronger. Martin again. Kewell hits it. Wonderful save by Seaman. Smith's going to get it.